Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Not the Right. I'm Natasha.
And I'm Nico. We're here to shake things up again. So, what's today's headline, Natasha?
Oh boy, do I have a juicy one for you today? Taylor Swift, Queen of the Swifties, just endorsed Kamala Harris for president.
Wait, let me guess. Right-wing heads are exploding as we speak.
Absolutely. JD Vance is probably curled up in a corner somewhere, crying into his Make Ohio Great Again hat.
Not to mention Trump. He's probably tweeting from a burner account like, Taylor who?
Yeah, the man who called her a disgrace back in 2020 is probably flipping out. But for the rest of us sane folks, this is huge.
Oh, it's massive. I mean, Taylor's reach? It's like, next level. And now, we're talking about Kamala Harris potentially tapping into millions of Swifties who are ready to do something in 2024. Like, this could be the youth voter wave we need to tackle all these big issues.
Exactly. I can already see the taunting Swifties for Kamala #trending.
You know what? Swifties are not the kind of fans to sit quietly. They will mobilize. They'll get their friends, their moms, their goldfish registered to vote. And let's be real, with issues like abortion bans, affordable housing, student debt, wages.
Yeah, Swifties know what's up. Taylor's been subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, vocal about things like women's rights, LGBTQ+ rights, and even hinted at her pro-choice stance. Now that she's backing Harris, this could really get the youth fired up on these key issues.
Speaking of fired up, abortion bans. Oof. I don't know about you, but when someone tells me what I can do with my own body, I tend to lose it a little.
I mean, who wouldn't? We've got Republican-led states out here trying to turn the clock back to the 1950s. Newsflash, folks, it's not going to work. Especially not with Swifties now paying attention. These are the same people who can sell out stadiums in like 30 seconds flat. Imagine what they could do in the voting booth.
Yeah, the energy these fans bring? Republicans don't stand a chance. They've been trying to push an agenda that most young people absolutely hate. Abortion bans, refusing to pay livable wages. It's like they're daring people to rise up.
And rise up they will. It's not just abortion. We're talking about housing too. Gen Z and millennials can't even afford rent half the time. Meanwhile, Trump's over here bragging about building gold-plated skyscrapers. Like, can we get some affordable housing instead?
Right? The GOP acts like we can all just pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. Except most of us don't even have boots. How are you supposed to buy a house when rent is already half your paycheck?
And don't get me started on college debt. Swifties are out here with degrees and diplomas but can't even dream of paying off their student loans before they're 65.
Oh yeah, Taylor's fan base is drowning in debt. They've been singing all too well about it for years. You know what's not helping? The GOP's constant fight against debt relief. I mean, God forbid we give people a break, right?
Yeah, apparently JD Vance thinks everyone's just being lazy, as if getting a degree means you get to magically live debt-free. Like, sir, that's not how this works.
But he probably thinks people just need to work harder. Same old tired playbook. Meanwhile, the cost of living keeps climbing, and wages? Barely budging.
It's beyond frustrating. And healthcare? Don't even get me started. Some Swifties are just out here trying to get basic healthcare without going bankrupt. Meanwhile, Republicans are still trying to dismantle what little healthcare we do have.
Exactly. Swifties are young, they're energetic, and they're mad as hell about healthcare costs, and rightfully so. Half of them can't even afford a doctor's visit. It's like, hey, how about we focus on making sure people can afford to live, JD, instead of worrying about who Taylor Swift endorses.
Seriously, imagine the power of Swifties combining their collective outrage over these real issues. It's not just concert tickets they're after real change.
And you know, the GOP is terrified of youth voters. They know they don't stand a chance against this tidal wave of motivated young people who care about their futures.
Especially when these same young people have been watching their rights get chipped away year after year. They're fed up. The abortion bans, the housing crisis, student loans, healthcare, it's all coming to a head.
And Taylor Swift, stepping in like the superhero we didn't know we needed? This endorsement is no joke. She has the platform to mobilize people like almost no one else.
It's true. If you've ever seen a Swiftie on a mission, you know they get it done. And if they can channel even half of that passion into politics, 2024 could be something special.
Exactly. The GOP better be ready because the Swifties are coming, with receipts and voter registration forms in hand.
Swifties voting for Kamala is the kind of energy I want to see. And hey, maybe JD Vance and Trump can just shake it off.
Ha, perfect. Maybe next time they'll try endorsing a pop star with actual influence. Oh, wait.
That's right. All hail Queen Taylor and her mighty fan base.
Well, folks, that's all for today's episode. We'll see you next time.
And remember, if you're not part of the Swiftie revolution, you're just not paying attention. Catch you later.